The reality is that, as far from a marketing perspective, Caitlin Clark is worth more than almost any pro basketball player in the world. If we're like purely talking about giving the money for endorsement deals.
Caitlin Clark is now charging $100,000 for just 30 minutes of speaking. But it's not just about the money. She's becoming a powerful voice beyond basketball, one that people are eager to hear. On the other hand, Angel Reese is trying to keep up, matching Clark's speaking fee. However, fans are questioning whether Reese is truly worth that much, or if this is just an attempt to stay relevant. Let's take a closer look at the numbers and see what's really happening.
What's your biggest motivator? My biggest motivator? Oh man. I think wanting to be the best. I don't want anyone to be better than me.
Many wonder why rookie Caitlin Clark charges $100,000 for a 30-minute speech. It might be hard to understand, but by the end of this, you'll see why. Clark isn't just a player. She's a game changer. When the Indiana Fever drafted her, they knew they were securing a future superstar. In her rookie season, Caitlin Clark wasted no time making an impact, shattering 62 records in just 1 year. While that's impressive, just wait until you hear about her assists.
Earlier in the weekend, Caitlin Clark set the single-season assist record in the WNBA, the most prolific passer in WNBA history.
Clark didn't just lead the league in assists. She set new single-season and single-game records. She's not just scoring. She's making everyone around her better. Now, as for her scoring, hold on tight, because it's even more mind-blowing.
He can play. Yeah, her and it ain't hype. Y'all said the same thing about Larry Bird. Y'all said the same thing about Luka. It ain't hype. They can legitimately play. It ain't like people trying to hype them up, Ocho.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark isn't just breaking records for herself. She's making history for the Indiana Fever. Her rookie records for three-pointers and total points are now a part of history. Clark didn't just surpass them. She shattered them, redefining what's possible for a first-year player in the WNBA. The best part? She's elevating the entire Indiana Fever squad, proving that her impact goes far beyond the stats.
She's having impact on her team that nobody else in the league is having on her team. This is a team that went 13-27 last year, and suddenly the Indiana Fever are the hottest team by far in the league.
Clark's impact goes far beyond the court. She's not just changing the game, she's transforming women's basketball. One analyst called it one of the greatest years in basketball, thanks to her work. Clark isn't just a player, she's a cultural icon, drawing unprecedented attention to the sport.
Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today. For the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership.
Clark isn't just playing the game. She's changing the narrative around women's basketball. In her rookie season, she's already redefining the WNBA. Thanks to the Clark effect, viewership has skyrocketed with a 4x increase. Her debut drew over 1.6 million viewers, more than double the previous record. Throughout the season, games featuring Clark packed arenas and dominated primetime TV, proving her star power is here to stay.
But it's also acknowledgement that Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. She's the cash cow. And wherever she goes, ratings follow. The WNBA draft, the doubleheader to open the NBA season. Ratings.
It's not just about TV ratings. Clark's impact is felt everywhere. Social media engagement for the WNBA has surged, with fans eagerly sharing her highlights, interviews, and behind-the-scenes content. Her merchandise is also flying off the shelves, with Clark jerseys selling faster than they can be restocked.
Now, whenever you're walking around downtown Indy, you're going to start seeing more Fever merchandise, and people are start to build their fandom as well.
With great success comes some challenges. As Clark's star continues to rise, not everyone in the league is celebrating. Some players are feeling the pressure to keep up, while others might be wondering if they're being left behind. Let's be honest, jealousy could be creeping in. What sparked these feelings? The jaw-dropping amount Clark is charging for her speeches. Imagine getting paid more for a 30-minute chat than your entire year's salary. Sounds crazy, right? That's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark, and it's shaking up the basketball world in ways no one expected.
Caitlin Clark has been booked as a public speaker. I know from experience that can actually be really lucrative, for quick appearances more so than anything else. And obviously Caitlin Clark is a star.
Clark isn't just dominating on the court, she's becoming a force off it too. From charity galas to educational forums, people can't get enough of her. Here's where it gets really interesting. Clark is charging $100,000 for a 30-minute virtual session, more than her entire WNBA salary for a year. Let that sink in for a second.
What's your biggest motivator? My biggest motivator? Oh man, I think wanting to be the best. Like I don't want anyone to be better than me. And whatever it is, like I just want to be better than everybody else. I think I'm very real with myself too. Like I know when I maybe haven't done my best in something, and I'm going to be the first person to look in the mirror and know what I need to get better at.
You might think it's insane, but a lot of people are paying it. Despite the high price, Clark's schedule is packed, with companies lining up to hear from her. She's not just talking basketball. She's sharing insights on leadership, resilience, and health, and people are eager to learn from this rising star.
Obviously it'd be online. I think all the online stuff for like random companies, she's getting paid a lot. I think if it's a random company that there's no reason for her to be like really going out of her way to promote, then she's probably getting paid a boatload of money.
You might think all this off-court activity would distract Clark, but nope, she's still dominating on the court. She's even finding time for things like playing in pro golf tournaments and getting involved in community initiatives, all while staying focused on her health and maintaining her top-level game. This balancing act is making fans love Clark even more. They're impressed by her humility and perspective, showing that success doesn't need drama or controversy. It's all about the hustle, both on and off the court. While Clark's star continues to rise, another player's actions are raising eyebrows. What would drive a fellow athlete to suddenly announce their own speaking fee? The answer might surprise you.
I don't know what it is, but these women forever hating on CC, dog. It's looking real spooky out there for a bunch of these WNBA stars.
Remember Angel Reese? She's not letting Clark's success slide. Just when we thought the drama couldn't get any more intense, Reese made a move that has everyone talking. She increased her own speaking fee to match Clark's. $100,000? That's right. Reese is now demanding the same amount for her appearances.
She's talking about, she's charging $100K for speaking events, and fans is like, Shrek?
You might be thinking, is this just a coincidence? Well, the timing says it all. Reese's announcement came right after Clark's fee went public. It's like she saw Clark's success and thought, I can do that too. But here's the thing. It's not going over well with fans or the media. People are calling out Reese for what looks like a desperate move, accusing her of jealousy and bitterness. Even Skip Bayless, who never holds back, said Reese's behavior clearly shows she's envious of Clark's success.
She's become the protagonist, the opposite. She's the
instigator.
She's the instigator.
100%.
Her post games reek a little bit of jealousy and bitterness.
Ouch. But let's be real for a second. The rivalry between Reese and Clark isn't new. It's been building since their college days. Remember Reese's on-court antics against Clark? The trash talk, the gestures. It's like that tension has followed them into the pros. But now it's playing out in a whole new arena. And it's not just about speaking fees. Reese has been making some bold statements. She even went online and claimed that if
I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game.
It's like Reese is trying to remind everyone, hey, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. But here's where it gets really interesting. Reese's actions on the court are raising even more eyebrows. Remember that game against the Fever? Reese's teammate, Chennedy Carter, pushed Clark during the game, and what did Reese do? She applauded.
Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
Yes, you heard that right. She actually cheered on unsportsmanlike behavior against Clark. It doesn't stop there. In another game, Reese hit Clark in the head during a play.
Foul, I believe, to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go.
Accidents happen in basketball, right? But Reese's response was something else. She called it a normal basketball play, then went even further, saying, I guess some people got a special whistle. It's like she's implying that Clark gets special treatment from the refs.
I think we went up really strong a lot of times and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special.
So what's really happening here? Is Reese just playing the villain to stay in the spotlight, or is it genuine frustration? After all, she was a college star too, and now Clark's stealing all the attention. The thing is, Reese's attempts to be the bad guy might be backfiring. Fans are seeing through it, saying Reese focuses more on appearances than substance, trying to keep up with Clark off the court because she can't on it.
She's not Michael Jordan. She's not Magic Johnson. She's not Larry Bird. She's someone that taunted Caitlin Clark on a big stage. Those are the facts.
And you know what? The numbers don't lie. While Reese is busy making noise, her performance is under scrutiny. Critics are pointing out her shooting percentage of just 39%, which isn't great for someone trying to lead in the WNBA. It's raising questions about whether Reese is really ready to be a top player in the league. So now we've got a full-blown rivalry. Clark's letting her game do the talking, breaking records and drawing crowds, while Reese is making noise off the court, trying to match Clark dollar for dollar. But who's really winning this battle?
Well, now, jealous WNBA players will have the opportunity to earn that credit. Now, players like Angel Reese, they will be given the chance to test their star power.
Clark is transforming women's basketball, while Reese seems to be struggling to keep up. Despite the messiness, their rivalry is great for the WNBA. It's getting people talking, making every game a must-watch, and putting women's basketball at the center of sports conversations.
Between Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever and Angel Reese's Chicago Sky is expected to break records. Ticket prices to see the rivals play are the most expensive for a WNBA game ever, according to TickPick. The cheapest seat to see the game cost around $250, with the most expensive ticket on sale for more than $9,000.
While Reese might be losing the PR battle right now, the real winner here is the WNBA. This rivalry is bringing attention, viewers, and excitement to the league, creating storylines that go beyond the court. Looking ahead to next season, the Clark versus Reese matchups are sure to be intense. Will Reese find a way to step out of Clark's shadow and prove herself? Or will Clark continue to dominate on and off the court? One thing's for sure, women's basketball is entering a new era, and the 2025 season will be some of the most exciting basketball we've ever seen. Get ready, because this rivalry is just getting started.